In this video, we will show you how to replace your ignition coil boot on this Ford Fusion. This will be located in your engine compartment. Let's get into it. You're going to be able to find 3 of them right out in the open along the front valve cover. Unfortunately, the other 3 are going to be located underneath this intake right here. Something to be said about that is if you remove the intake, it's a good idea to replace the gasket that's located under it. Now obviously the front is going to be much easier than the rear, so I'm going to show you how to do the rear. Let's go ahead and get this air intake off of here. There we are. Every time you disconnect an electrical connector, inspect it. If you see any funny colors, it's corrosion and it needs to be dealt with. This looks good, so we'll set it aside. Now we're going to disconnect the throttle body right here. Disconnect this clip. Now we're going to remove this clamp right here. Slide it right up the hose. Set this aside. Let's get this off of here as well. Remove this. Now behind here, we're going to remove this bolt right there and the other one right there. Now that we have those bolts off, let's continue on to removing the bolts that hold the EGR valve to this area here. Keep in mind that there is going to be a gasket that's located in between the two. Typically, it's a good idea to go ahead and replace it. There we are. Now that we have this broken free, let's continue on to removing this up here. It's a little clamp. Now we're just going to follow this down to where it connects on. You're going to find 2 little tabs. Essentially, you just want to kind of press that in and then press it out and away from the line. Lift this up. Set that aside. Now we're going to remove this wiring harness right here. There's a little tab. Other line right here is actually a fuel line, and we're not going to bother opening that up. Grab onto this clamp. Slide that up there. Remove this hose from the intake. Push that hose right off of there. Now right down behind this area here, you're going to find a little clippy-doo. We want to just pop that off the intake. Pull that out of there. Now we can come up along the back side of the intake. We'll disconnect this. Let's get this off of the back of the intake here. Now that we have everything disconnected from the intake, let's go ahead and start removing it from the engine itself. You're going to find some mounting bolts. There's one up here, and then a few that come down along like this. Remove them all. Now the next thing we need to do is go ahead and remove the battery right here. That's going to give us access to the bracket that's located under this area. Start with the negative, then the positive, and then of course the hold down. Now looking down under this area, you can see one of the mounting bolts for the bracket. This is a bracket that holds the intake to, of course, the engine, so we're going to need to remove both of these bolts. There's one here, and there's one located over there where you really can't see very easily. There's one. Get to the second one, just go ahead and get this wiring off of the bracket. Whew. There's the second one. Now we can carefully lift up on this. When we do this, we want to be very careful not to damage our fuel line here, and you also want to be very careful not to drop anything inside of your engine intake area. this right out of the way. Cover up these ports, and now we can get started on replacing our coil. Now let's go ahead and grab onto this tab. We're going to give it a little squeeze, try to remove this. If it doesn't come off, you can just use a pick or a flathead screwdriver, carefully get underneath this area, and then separate it. Inspect it, set it aside. Remove the coil mounting bolt. Let's remove the coil. Now that we have the ignition coil out of the vehicle, we can continue on to removing the boot from the area. You just want to go ahead and take hold of that. Typically you can twist it and remove it. Sometimes the spring will come out with the boot, other times it'll still be located inside of the ignition coil. If it's in the ignition coil, go ahead and pull it out of there with some pliers. There it is, friend. Okay, friend, let's get ready for installation of our brand new coil boot. Install that onto the far end of the coil. We want to make sure that that electrode spring makes its way inside of the coil, so we'll just go ahead and press this right in together. Now we can install this in the vehicle. We're just going to carefully slide this in so it slides over the spark plug, bring it on down, and then we can grab our mounting bolt, we'll start it in. Let's go ahead and snug this up and torque it to 62 inch-pounds. Reconnecting your wiring. Listen for a click, give it a tug. At this point, the process will be the same for all the rest. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is carefully remove this. Remember, it could potentially have dirt and debris on top of it, and we don't want it to fall into the engine. After that, we're going to go ahead and clean up this area, which is the mating surface, where our intake is going to sit on top of. Make sure you get off all of this crud. Now, once you have the engine cleaned up, the next thing you want to do is think about the gasket that goes from your intake to the engine itself. Typically, it's a good idea to go ahead and replace it. If you're not replacing it for some reason, you at least need to go ahead and remove it from the intake and inspect it. Make sure it's not dry rotted and cracked, and of course, make sure it's still soft and pliable. This one feels great. Aside from that, we're going to come over to this side over here, and that's right where your EGR valve is going to be riding. You want to make sure that this area is clean and free of any debris. So I'll go ahead and sand this down, and then we can start putting it onto the car. Carefully slide this in and underneath our fuel line here. We want to be very careful not to damage that. All right. Bring this down. Line up all of our bolt holes as we come down. Now we'll just start in all of the bolts before we snug any of them up. Okay, once you have all of your bolts started, we're going to continue on snugging these up and then, of course, torquing them to manufacturer's specifications. Now we can torque these to 89 inch-pounds. Now that they're all torqued, let's continue on to the second stage, which essentially is turning these an extra 45 degrees. Start right here. Let's connect this in. Listen for a click, give it a tug. Slide this down on here, lock it in, give it a tug. Lock these in, connect in your throttle body, lock it in, plug in your map sensor, secure the wiring. Let's go ahead and slide this hose on here and then of course clamp it down. Let's get our EGR back on the bracket here. All right, that's snug. Give it a little extra there. Do the same to the other one. Torque this to 18 foot-pounds. Now the next thing we need to do is put on our two mounting bolts that hold the bracket to the intake. Start them both in, then we'll snug them up. All right, we've got them both started. Now we're just going to go ahead and tighten it and then give it a little extra. Now we've got our two screws for the upper part of the bracket here. Go ahead and start them in there and then snug them up. All right, that's nice and tight. Let's plug in the EGR. And then of course make sure the wire is secure. Let's get this hose on here. Let's take this, click it in right there. Slide the battery in here. Now let's grab our battery hold down, slide it right down in there. We'll check to make sure it's secure. Let's go ahead and reconnect our positive wire. We'll snug it up. Now we can get this in here. On the back side, there's 2 ears. You want to make sure that you slide those in and under. Bring it down, latch it in. Let's connect our hose up along here. Slide it right in. Tighten your clamp. Make sure that's secure. Let's connect this hose right along the back side there. Press it in, make sure it's secure. Now we're going to do this hose. Reconnect in your mass airflow sensor. Listen for a click, give it a tug, make sure it's locked. Okay, at this point we can go ahead and reconnect our negative battery terminal. We'll snug that up as well, of course. Make sure that's nice and tight.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.